Hello and welcome to another episode of 5 and 5. I'm Super Nicktendo, and this series is a way for me to put together my thoughts on 5 topics. I keep it to 5 minutes or less so that my opinions are short and focused. So let's put 5 minutes on the clock and let's get started. Have you been to smashjt.com yet? If you have, you probably noticed some articles written by me. I reached out to Jeff to see if he wanted some contributors, and he offered me a space to share my thoughts. Right now there's only 2 articles, Collecting Tips and Are Nintendo Fans Jaded, but my goal is to write an article at least once a week to keep my writing skills sharp and to write content that might not fit into a YouTube video format. Also, the site is a really good area for fellow YouTube creators to share their ideas, and even if you aren't a YouTube creator, if you like video games, it'll be a good site to check out. I'll leave a link down below. Nintendo has a new president. Tatsumi Kimishima stepped into the role after Mr. Iwata's death, and now he's retiring, making way for the youngest president of Nintendo, Shuntaro Furukawa. But it's not like an American CEO stepping in. Furukawa has been working with Nintendo since the mid-90s, and he looks to have a very good idea of what Nintendo needs to do in the future. Will you see drastic changes in the next year or so? Probably not. Typically, a company has a 5-year outlook already planned, and unless something catastrophic happens, they don't really deviate. I will hope that Nintendo continues to get with the times in terms of streaming content and working with creators to promote products. If it's one thing that they haven't really been able to wrap their heads around, it's the modern internet. And while we're on the subject of Nintendo, let's talk about the patent filings that surfaced a couple of weeks ago. The patent outlines a product with 2 screens side by side that allows content to flow across those screens. Now, that's something like the DS does. And with the Nintendo 3DS being supported into at least 2019, I wouldn't be surprised if they announced a new DS model at E3 this year. They have slowly stepped away from the 3D platform, and this might be the HD 2DS that I was mentioning a while back. Or it's a new social game for the Nintendo Switch. The patent is vague, but given the fact that these screens look like a bunch of Switches placed next to each other, that could be it. I mean, the Switch has been lacking social features that are in the 3DS. The Nintendo Switch has finally been hacked, so that must spell doom for the handheld, right? Well, not really. While it's a really neat trick anytime someone hacks a system, it only becomes worthwhile to someone like me to do it when it doesn't involve shorting out your Joy-Con and potentially causing your Switch to catch on fire. And even then, the hack doesn't allow you to do anything but install a different version of Linux, so it's not like I'm going to be able to put emulators on it anytime soon. I haven't been in the hacking scene since my PSP allowed me to put NES ROMs on it. I think it's because I collect video games, so emulating them when I have a legit copy on my shelf is kind of counterproductive. Even the hacking of the Wii or the NES and SNES classics haven't pushed me to do it, even though I should probably do that instead of plunking down $1,000 for little Samson. And the last topic of the day is Electronic Arts evil. Perhaps so. The company seems to be pushing the boundaries of what gamers will tolerate, and I thought that they had it when they hit the limit with Battlefront 2. But it doesn't seem like they're done learning their lesson. And it's not like they have to. Yeah, EA does some pretty shady business practices, but it doesn't seem like the majority of the audience cares. FIFA, Madden, and Battlefield are all huge properties that sell well each year, and every single one of them has microtransactions. Even Battlefront 2 sold very well in its first month, even though it didn't sell as well as they hoped. Until EA starts actually losing money, you're not going to see a change. I haven't purchased an EA game in a while, but it's not necessarily because of their business practices. It's just because these games don't appeal to me. So that's it for the 5 and 5. What did you think? I love reading those comments down below, so keep them coming. And don't forget to like the video, and if you're new here, why not subscribe for future content? Thanks so much for watching. I'm Super Nicktendo, and I'll see you next time.